Hi submarine friends, welcome back to watching me test my diesel submarine. Instead of building, we are testing now. So we are on White Swan Lake, as you know, so I launched here yesterday. And I'm cruising around now, so I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see what's going on. So this is at an idle. I've been running it for a couple of hours now. And the engine temperature is at 46 degrees Celsius. And you can see how fast we're going, cruising at an idle. The speed is very respectable. When I rev it up, she cruises along pretty darn good. Now the only thing I'm a little disappointed about is the stability of the submarine. When I changed the keel weights to the two side ballast weights, I lost a lot of stability. I mean, it's still perfectly okay. It's just, I always build submarines with stability in mind because I really like surface stability, and it's kind of my specialty actually. And on this thing, boy, I really blew it. I mean, it's okay, like I said, it's just, I'm kind of spoiled. So if you look on the deck, you can see how much weight I had to put on that side to level it out. That's all it took. And I had to let a little bit of air out of the rear ballast tank this morning, and everything was perfect. So right now we're running at 48 degrees Celsius, and I keep checking. I have a little I have a water pump inside that feeds, make sure that it's working. The other thing that's kind of neat, a water pump, etc., and it's not spraying water everywhere. It's kind of nice because I'm not guessing what it's like down there. Could you believe this lake today? Holy moly. This is just beautiful. So another thing that I was testing, when I was hitting the higher RPMs and cruising along faster, the water or the exhaust temperature where it leaves the hull on the inside, I can't hang on to it with my bare hands. Or if I can, it's barely. Now that only has one layer of insulation, that header wrap. The rest of the exhaust system has really nice wool type, ceramic, whatever, blah, 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 insulation. And that's really good. I can hold that. And the exhaust pipes that are water cooled, well, of course, they're just fine. Just going to have another look at the engine temperature. Yeah, we're 49 degrees C yet still. So I may have to add a little insulation on the upper part of the exhaust system. Just going to show you around the sub. My navigation lights on just because I can. I think it's kind of cool. So let's see what else is going on with it. The exhaust. Oh yeah, the water cooled exhaust, which is the discharge water from the cooling system. It flows over a ball valve, and that ball valve is what stops water from coming in the hull into the exhaust. So it's the exhaust closing off a valve. So I have water draining over to cool it, and I can hold on to that with my bare hands, no problem. So it stays quite cool. So that part is working really well. I'm not so sure about my charging system. It's only reading 12.4 volts, I believe, and I think it should be higher. Mind you, the alternator's not spinning very fast, and they really need to spin. So, you know, I've been running it pretty slow. Like, we're probably, you know, 800 RPM right now. And we're traveling at, I mean, it's hard to say on camera, but I would say we're traveling at a jogging speed for sure. So, boy, I'm just tickled pink with this. Other than that darn stability issue, this is pretty sweet. You'd think we should speed her up a little. Let's just do that. I can actually do it with my foot. And by the way, I'm steering with my knees because I have a tiller, and that's one thing I have to do. I have to make an extension on the tiller that's padded because it's kind of hard on the inside of my knees pushing against a pair of vice grips. So I'm just gonna use my foot here to speed her up a bit. So you can probably hear we're at probably 1,000 RPM at the most, and the speed picks up right away. It's really hard to see on camera. So the reason I'm towing the kayak is if the submarine breaks down, I could just use my electric thruster motors to push myself to shore, and then I could hop in my kayak. Instead of walking all the way down the road a mile or two, I could just kayak down the shore back to my pickup. And then I can come back with a jet ski or something, or my buddy's jet boat. We could just tow it back to the extraction point. So there's no worries there. So you can see the speed that we're traveling, maybe. I mean, let's face it, it's a submarine, it's not a ski boat. Like, I wouldn't troll this fast if I was fishing, that's for sure. Boy, what a glorious day. Now, the other thing we should talk about is, you notice how quiet it is? Like, that is real. Like, I have no hearing protection. I have no need for hearing protection. And, I mean, this is about the same as driving my 550 Ford diesel when I was pulling it up here. This might even be quieter. This is pretty good. I guess we could pick up the RPMs just a little more. We're at 51 degrees on the engine temperature now, so there's no thermostat in this engine. I just can control the temperature by restricting the water flow. So we picked her up a little more. I'd say we're at about, if I was guessing, maybe 1,200 RPM. Well, maybe not even that. So it's very responsive. When you give it throttle, it speeds right up. Now, I'm used to electric submarines, and so trust me, this is really fast in a personal submarine. Like, we are for sure going the speed of a person running full speed. May not look like it on camera, but maybe not. No, I think a person running is probably maybe a weeb. That's hard to say. How would I know? Let's just go a little closer to shore, and then we can get a better idea of what the speed is. I should have a GPS in here, and that'll tell me the speed. Another thing that I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to get a depth sounder in this. I really wasn't worried about it because one of the features of this submarine is I'm installing my side scan sonar. So I have this torpedo thing that you lower to 15 feet off the bottom of the lake, and you just tow this thing behind your boat, in my case submarine, to scan the bottom of the lake, looking for treasures and artifacts and whatnot. So we've already done this whole lake, so I know the depths everywhere I am. But I mean, if I was new to this lake, I wouldn't know, so I should probably have a depth sounder in here. Well, I don't know if you can see the bottom. It's really straight down pretty much. I had to buy some bear spray this morning because we saw a bear here yesterday. The last time I launched here, there was a bear. So obviously this is bear country here. This is pretty nice, pretty relaxing. The only thing missing right now is a fishing rod. So the engine temperature is 53 degrees. And it was getting a little bit warm inside, so I turned on the water-cooled air conditioning, and it cooled it right off right away. Now, it's not a really hot day today, that's for sure. It's probably 25 degrees Celsius right now. There they go. Pretty hard to beat this, huh? So, this is my idea of retirement. And so I will take my submarine to lakes, and I will cruise around with my side scan sonar, and then when I see a target, as long as it's within my depth reach, I will go down and investigate. I was also thinking about getting myself one of these little ROVs, and I could carry that in the sub to do a quick check before I go to the trouble of diving down to look at it. The other thing I want to do is camp out on the sub. I mean, it's really comfortable. I can stretch out, lay out in there, no problem at all. And like on a lake like this, there's campgrounds at each end, so you've got facilities if you don't want to rough it in the bush kind of thing. And I have lots of electrical power. I can put an AC inverter in, so I have AC power as well. Another thing I want to add is an umbrella. So, because today is really nice, it's not hot and sunny, so the sunshine is not such a big deal. Boy, that's nice water, hey? So I'm actually going to head to the other end of the lake, which is probably, excuse me, I don't know how long this lake is, but I bet it's 2-3 miles. And that'll be a good test for us. Should we speed her up a little more? You see how quiet it is still? Like, there's really no reason for hearing protection. Even inside the submarine is really good. I think it's quieter now than when it's at the shop because it's in the water, and maybe the water is absorbing some of the vibrations from the hull. I don't know. There's my hip waders. I guess you can tell how fast you're going too is by the stuff floating on the surface. Yeah, it'll be nice when I have a padded tiller because it's kind of uncomfortable on the knees. Pretty hard to beat this, huh? And when traffic goes by, some of them almost come to a stop when they see this sub. I mean, how often do you see a submarine cruising around on the lake, I guess? So when I'm finished today, I'm going to dip my fuel tank and see how much fuel I use. And I really haven't been keeping track of the time though. Actually, we're coming up on a spot right here. You see that great big rock right there? Well, straight out from shore, maybe about 100 feet, there's a square object on the bottom of the lake. We don't know what it is, but it's like perfectly square. So that's one of the things I want to dive on. It's just a little bit of a mystery. We're a little disappointed. Well, we're happy, but we're also disappointed because there is absolutely nothing in the bottom of this lake. There's not a tire down there. There's absolutely nothing. I expected to see the odd car or something like that just because of the history of ice fishing and all that sort of thing here. And this road, that road is right on the edge of the lake, and it's where we're cruising right now is 60 feet deep, which is the maximum depth for this lake. And you can see how far we are from shore. So it's deep really quick. So you would think if anything fell off of the road, it would be at right at the toe of that slope, but there's nothing. So the engine temperature is 56 right now. I'll show you the engine spinning on camera. How many boats and stuff have a camera shining on their engine so they can keep track of it? I check the water pump every few minutes. Eventually I will stop checking it so much as I get more comfortable with it. Well, should we speed her up a little more? So right now we're probably half throttle. But you notice when I point the camera back, you can see how smooth the water leaves the hull. So that taper is really nice. The engine temperature just came up to 57 degrees now. So the harder I push it, the warmer the engine runs. I'm not terribly impressed with the steering, to be honest. I mean, it works okay, but it doesn't exactly make tight turns. So probably the rudder needs more deflection. I'm pretty far from my pickup right now, but nobody likes a coward, they say. The nose seems to dip down a bit when I go faster, so I think what's happening is the propeller might be lifting the back of the sub and pushing the nose down. I notice when I'm sitting still and I give it like a full throttle, or like more throttle right off the bat, the nose lifts a bit. It could also be losing water out of that ballast tank because it's not open on the bottom, but it's not sealed. There's two tubes on the bottom that let the water in and out, and they're not sealed at all. So it's just like an upside down cup. Just going to slow her down a little now. The other thing I was checking so far is the hydraulic temperature, and the hydraulics seem to be running pretty cool. Last time I checked, it was just lukewarm on the, like just grabbing the hoses, they were just lukewarm. So I'm probably at least halfway down the lake right now. Boy, this is really nice. So on the other side of the lake, well, you can see that rock outcrop right there. Those are actually vertical cliffs going into the bottom of the lake. And that'll be a really nice area to dive. And apparently legend has it that there's some cave of some sort underwater that the natives from way back in the day, they used to dive into this cave apparently. I don't know if it's just a BS legend or what it is, but we've been looking for the cave with the sonar and we haven't found it, but you know, you have to go back and forth at different depths to try to find it. So it may very well be there. So I can spend a bunch of time looking for that as well. So that's going to be it, you guys. I'm going to sign off. Ciao.